What's good, man? Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. What time y'all watching this, man? It's Marquis Walker, aka Cevere from Boston. We're here with another review, man. This is the THHC podcast, episode 282, man. Talking A plus, man. Y'all don't know who A plus is? Y'all gotta rewind, man. Y'all gotta tap in, man. A plus was Prodigy, man. Like a dope rapper. I think he started at 14, age 14. And remarkable. I think he had a couple ghost writers, but back then, as if you're 14 years old, of course you had a couple people, lending their pen game to you and stuff like that. But when he got mature enough to write, because he was writing at 14 too. It wasn't like he wasn't writing bars, but he was writing bars. He got a little help and a little assistance, and you know, and then he just started, writing on his own and doing his own thing. But do y'all remember A plus? Do y'all remember A plus, man? If not, let's just pay some bills real quick. I just want to talk about who came out today, what came out today. Let's talk about it. Cincerely Yours, A Slow Burn in a Fast World. Mickey Diamonds, Big Ghost LTD, Black Sheep. Riggs is back. I Got Samples 3. J. Cole is back with the Fall Off. Ella May, R&B, Do You Still Love Me? Brother Tom Sos, Doors No Man Can Shut. That's an EP. You got K-Zine, Product of My Environment. He got Acts 1 to 4 on Bandcamp. The 17th Cypher, and Those Are the Drum Dealer, Sound Scoundrels. That's on Bandcamp too. And then you got G-Fam Black, The Dead Light District. One more time. These are albums y'all need to support. Severely Yours, A Slow Burn in a Fast World. Go look on Bandcamp first for these artists. If not, let's go on DSPs. Number 2 is Mickey Diamond and Big Ghost LTD, Black Sheep. Riggs, I Got Samples 3. J. Cole, The Fall Off. Ella May, Do You Still Love Me? Brother Tom Sos, Doors No Man Can Shut EP. K-Zine, Product of My Environment, Act 1 to Act 4. There's 4 albums. The 17th Cypher links up with Those Are the Drum Dealer, Sound Scoundrels. And number 9, G-Fam Black, The Dead Light District. Again, go look on Bandcamp first. Check out these artists on Bandcamp. It's Bandcamp Friday today. So basically what that means is when you do buy it and support an artist on Bandcamp today, they get all the profit. So this is a great day to support artists because they get all the proceeds, man. The producers, the artists, the engineers, they get the full spread, you know what I'm saying? So Bandcamp Friday, support Bandcamp Friday, and support these artists, your favorite artists. It's, you don't have to, I'm not forcing you to support the artists that I'm talking about below, but I need y'all to tap into these artists because these are some of the artists that I love, and you may love them too. Let me know. I know it's Friday. I'm probably missing some artists. Probably some artists I forgot. Probably some artists you didn't type below, but y'all let me know in the comments below what artists did I miss. All right. Let's talk about some other subjects before we get to the album. Paying taxes. It's tax season, man. Are y'all paying taxes? They redacted all the files on the Epstein list. You know what I'm saying? Epstein files. Are we redacting our taxes? Are we redacting our taxes? Are you paying your taxes this year? That's all I want to know. Put it in the comments below. Well, maybe not. Don't get in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Or is there a way around not paying taxes this year? Let us know, man, in the comments. Let us know some secrets, man. What's going on? Number 2 is M&M recall. There's a lot of recalls of food. Y'all know American food is not good for us. We should start planting our own food. I know that I'm talking about candy right now, but M&M's recall. There's all types of recall. There's fish recalls and all types of food that's recalled Y'all know. Y'all know y'all know what I'm talking about. You know, American food is not good for us, man. I heard there's an app you can download and you can scan things in the supermarket and it tells you if it's good or not. So what's that app? What's that app? Y'all let us know the app in the comments below. Um, Number 3 is Super Bowl halftime show. Bad Bunny versus Kid Rock. I guess Kid Rock and some other, I don't know, Trump musicians. I don't know what I want to call them, but they're doing a halftime show. I guess they're resisting the halftime show, even though Bad Bunny is American, and Puerto Rico is an American state. Like, I don't get why. I don't know. Maybe it's because it's in Spanish. I think he's doing the whole thing in Spanish because I think that's his catalog. I never really, to be honest, I never listened to Bad Bunny. Am I a fan of Bad Bunny? No, because I don't speak Spanish. I can't understand his music. Like, you think I'm gonna go listen to a German artist or a French artist if I can't understand the music? No. I'll give you an example. Like, I follow some of these producers, some of these dope producers like Machacha, or like Machacha's a good example. This is a producer named Machacha, and he works with other international superstars. And say he's working with a French artist. The beats might be dope. The beats might be fire. It's Machacha, right? But if I can't understand the artist, I'm not listening to the album. It's no disrespect to the artist. I can't understand it. So Bad Bunny, no, I'm not listening to you. Kid Rock, I'm definitely not listening to. I'm definitely not listening to Kid Rock. Be honest, I'm not even listening to the Super Bowl. Let's go. Number 7, baby. You know what I'm saying? Let's support, Black culture. Who y'all got in the Super Bowl anyway? Yeah, I know people are gonna be watching the Super Bowl. I'm not watching it. I'm being honest. I don't watch a lot of sports, nowadays. I'm trying to dilute my brain from a lot of this garbage on TV. But if y'all watching the Super Bowl, let me know who y'all got. I know the Patriots are in. People going for the Patriots, people going for the Seattle Seahawks. I don't know. I don't care. I don't care about the halftime show. I don't care about the game. I know you guys do. So if y'all want to comment below, y'all can comment below, man. I care about this music. I care about frequencies, and stuff like that. That's going to keep my soul at peace. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I care about. So, I say that I'm being honest, man. I'm being honest, man. I don't, you know what I mean? I'm not supporting a lot of this. It's a lot of this garbage out there, man. Let's get into the album, man. THHC podcast stands for the Hip Hop Connoisseur Podcast. This is episode 282. You're talking A+. We're going back. Rewind. We're going back in the crates. It's called the Latch Key Child. And the reason it's called the Latch Key Child, the Latch Key Child or Latch Key Child refers to kids who come home to an empty home because their parents were working. Like, that happened to me. I grew up with a single moms, and my sister was 2 years older than me, or is 2 years older than me. She's still alive, But we pretty much babysitted ourselves, man. I'm pretty sure my sister was in control, but I was running around, going outside, doing whatever I wanted. So I guess I'm a latchkey child. We were both latchkey child. All right. From Boston to Hempstead, we're going to Hempstead, New York, Hempstead, Long Island to go visit A+. The Latch Key Child album was released August 27th, 1996. 51 minutes and 37 seconds. Now, he looked so young on the cover. I believe he was 14 when he started rapping. I believe he was 14 years old. And he was 14, man. I don't know what else to tell you. He was 14, man. He was 14 years old. And between 14 and 18, I think, when this album he was writing, and people was writing for him too. He had a couple writers, a couple ghost writers. Because at 14, you don't know everything, right? So he was doing getting assistance. Let's put it that way. But he was writing a lot of his lyrics. So shout out to A+, man. Wherever you are, man, you a superstar. So A+, the Latch Key Child. We're gonna, we're doing this channel. We break down each record song by song and show love. Let's get into it. Like, subscribe, share the video, comment below. Stop playing. Number 1 is Next Level Intro. The cinematic, mournful, soulful loop sets the stage. Again, only 14, 15, around that age. A+ sparks off with a grit to show us how the East Coast rocks. There's a beat switch on this joint, man. Like, they were doing beat switches back then, man. This kid was a problem. This child was a problem, whatever you want to call him. This young man was a problem. So shout out to A+. He could rap, he could flow, he could keep the tempo, like, yeah, breath control. Like, he could rap. Like, he was writing too. So, of course, like I said, he got a little help from ghostwriters and such, but he did a lot of it on his own, man. And then when he got older, of course, he was writing on his own and doing his own thing. Number 2 is Move On. And I'm not going to shout out a lot of the producers because y'all go look up the producers, because a lot of these songs was heavily produced. And I'm not sitting here, I'm just not sitting here just, listing 20 producers, So number 2 is Move On. This is goosebump rap, man. Like, you hear this rap and you're like, oh, okay. The Isley Brothers sample and continuous soul spilling out the speakers. A+ lace this track. He was a great storyteller. I think he's still rapping, because I looked on his I looked him up. He had a single in 2025. So he's still rapping. So shout out to A+, still rapping, you know what I'm saying? So I just got to get back into his catalog and see, what he's about. But this is a classic album. You don't have to wait to the end. It's a classic album, Just a very impressive MC. A+ laced this track. Great storyteller, MC, and entertainer, period. Let's move on to number 3. Me and My Microphone. Now, this was produced by Buck Wild. There's one producer, Buck Wild. Shout out to Buck Wild. It features Q-Tip. A+ declares his love for hip-hop and rap. He's talking about the microphone is his first love. Like, I like the concept. Shout out to Buck Wild, the legendary producer that's still putting out heat. Shout out to Buck Wild putting out heat. Q-Tip participating, just like hyping him up, and being A+ is kind of like, hype man, on this joint. You don't rap, it just kind of like, throws his voice in there, hypes him up a little bit. And while he cheats on his girl with the microphone, like his girlfriend's like, yo, what's up? Where you going? He's like, I'm going to the mic. I'm going over Microphone's house. Say he's going to the studio. So this is hip hop. He's like, I'm going to the studio. I'm going to the studio, man. The chick's all mad. They're like, yo, I'm going to the studio. A lot of rappers have beef with their significant others because they go to the studio. Y'all know. If you're an artist, Number 4 is All I See. This was a good single right here. This was one of his lead singles. Another banger. Love for his shorty. You know what I'm saying? Now he goes back. Okay, after the microphone, he goes back to shorty. He's like, yo, what's good? So MC had storytelling down pack, lyrical awareness, and microphone personality. This that R&B and hip hop, type of record that they did back in the 90s. They blended hip hop and R&B, and if you could do it well, it was a hit record, and this was a hit record. Number 5 is Gusto, and this is featuring Prodigy. Shout out to Prodigy. R.I.P. to P. Prodigy. Damn, I miss Prodigy, man. Who miss? Yo, don't y'all miss Prodigy, man? God damn. All right, so Gusto featuring Prodigy. Prodigy had 2 verses on here, man. This is a head nodder, classic record. I know y'all gonna go listen to this one song. Y'all gonna be like, I'm going to Prodigy. Prodigy's on it. Let me go listen to this one song. Go listen to the whole album. The album's fire. Number 5, Gusto. The Mobb Deep energy floods the speakers. It does feel like a Havoc track. Feels like Havoc was on. Shout out to Havoc. He feels like he was on. He did this track. A Plus was a natural on the mic. Prodigy was in top tier form, of course. The days of the third verse, A Plus raps, then Prodigy raps, and then you're like, is it over? No, A Plus is rapping again, and then Prodigy's like, yo, hold on, I got another verse, and raps again. So they kind of went back and forth with verses, man, and you gotta love it, man. Again, this album was made when he was between 14 and 18, I think. I think that's what the age range was. But I think that picture is when he's 14 or 15 years old. Look how young he look, man. He look like a goddamn, look like he's freaking 10, you know what I'm saying? But very impressive. His talent, highly talented, underrated, teenage prodigy for sure. They actually, if you go review, other people speaking on the young man around this time, or even like now, if they bring him up, like I'm bringing him up now, they still talk about how they compared him to Nas and AZ. Because if you really listen to him, he sound like Nas and AZ and kind of Prodigy a little bit. Like he was, you know what I mean? And think about it, he had Prodigy on here, he had AZ on here, he had like links to these dudes. So he probably was like getting, mentored by everybody. He probably was getting mentored by Nas, AZ, Prodigy, Havoc, everybody. You know what I'm saying? Buck Wild was there. I'm surprised I don't see Primo. I'm surprised Primo's not on. Primo must have been busy. All right, number 6 is Hard Times. Music remains street related as A Plus puts in work. Rapper was smooth, lyrically A plus, and he barred up. Production and rhyme skill was thorough. Keep it thorough, and he kept it thorough. Number 7 is A Plus Z. I love the title. This is featuring AZ. Shout out to AZ. Shout out to AZ. AZ still killing it, yo. We need that AZ Nas album. We need that AZ and Nas album. Yo, Nas and AZ, I know you listening. You know what I'm saying? You listening through the, I know you hear me, man. I'm sending out my energy, my vibes. That, you know what I'm saying? Number 7, A Plus Z. The 1990s was the best era, man. It was the best era of hip hop. You could fight in the comments. The 1990s was probably one of the best years for not just rap, but for R&B. But the 1990s was the best era. Production is tough. A Plus and AZ strangled this track. Flows were calm but aggressive to the head nod factor. These records are nostalgic, but stand the test of time. You can listen to this album and still be like, oh, you bumping, you're doing a 2-step. You're trying to learn the verses. If you remember this album, you're rapping the verses. You know what I'm saying? Like it's karaoke, grabbing the mic. You just start, you know what I'm saying? You doing all that. Number 8 is Wanna Be Rich. This is produced by Buck Wild. Now, Buck Wild, what they, he give, what they side A track. He was giving out side. See, Buck Wild gives out side A tracks all day. That's one thing I love about Buck Wild. He's always giving you his best. And he did it back then and he's still doing it. So Soundscape allows A Plus to match with rich lyrical content, the silky melodic flair. He wants to be rich. Who doesn't want to be rich, man? Because all the rich people are corporate America and they're controlling the world. All the rich people control the world. The wealthy people control the world. We know we don't like it. I got a question for everybody. If you was a billionaire, no, serious. If you was a billionaire, would you be cruel? If you was a billionaire, would you be the Scrooge? Ooh, look at him rapping. If you was a billionaire, though, would you be basically a butthead? Seriously, just wondering. Like, think about it. If you're a butthead now, and you're a thousandaire, or you're like, even if you're a millionaire and you're a butthead now, imagine if you're a billionaire, you're still gonna be a butthead. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just being honest. I'm just asking questions. If you're A billionaire, what do you think you'd be like? You think you're gonna be giving back to the world? No, serious. I just want to know. You're a billionaire. You're gonna be like, yo, let me give back to the world. Let me give back. I just want to know. You can always say what you're gonna do, but you know your true spirit. Everybody knows their true spirit. They know who they are. And if you get money, you're just gonna become a bigger. I'm gonna keep saying butthead. I'm trying not to swear. All right, so let's go. 8 is wanna be rich. Let's go to number 9. My thing. The production continues to hit you over the head. The highlight is A plus rapping ability. You know, his rapping ability is just so dope. And I believe the Smith brothers helped the young MC on writing. If you look up, the credits, you see a lot of the Smith brothers highlighted under the writing. So I'm guessing the Smith brothers had a lot to do, and not just producing, because they produce a lot of, but the Smith brothers produced majority of this album. It's J Smith and C Smith and Elliott Smith. So there's 3 brothers. So you got Elliott Smith, J Smith, and C Smith. You know what I'm saying? And I don't, y'all gotta look up who J and C is, but it's three brothers, right? 3 Smith brothers. So they produced majority of the album, and they wrote probably majority of the album with A plus. Number 10 is Parkside Coalition, featuring the Smith brothers. I think they rap too. If they write, and of course they rap, right? That Hempstead Street atmosphere glows on this track, feels Mobb Deepish, right? It's Parkside rap, another banger to disturb your neighbors, man. You gotta bump this up. You gotta bump it. Put the speakers in the window. Put the speakers in the window. Shout out to Flavor Flav. He was on the outro. Flavor Flav jumped in, shouted out A plus of them on the intro. Shout out to Flavor Flav and Public Enemy. But this is a classic rap album. I told you don't have to wait to the end. It's a classic rap album. What are your thoughts? Put them in the comments. From the flow, the writing, the production, I'm stamping this album a classic album. Period. It's just period. Let's get to number 11. Even a party joint. It's called Party Joint. Like, even it's called Party Joint. They try to create. This is what happened in the 90s. In the 80s too. The 80s was worse. The 80s, it was making rappers do a club record, making rappers do a party record. It was like, you got to do a club record. You got to do a party record. You know what I'm saying? Because that kind of came from the 70s. The clubs are still banging. So they was like, yo, try to get your rap song into the clubs. And there was a lot of disappointments. A lot of disappointments with party records, club records. They didn't get the mark right. But this one did. So Party Joint, again, from the Smith Brothers production. It's tough to do a party rap record, but A plus and Team pulled it off. I could hear AZ on this. I know AZ was on a previous song, but I could hear AZ blessing this joint. This is like one of those put your hands in the air record. Put your hands in the air. I can hear the DJ, put your hands in the air while this song's going. Put your hands in the air. Put your hands. I can hear it. Number 12 is Alpha to Omega. Again, the Smith brothers. A plus was the full package, man. He could do everything. I told you, like, he's 14, 15, man, and he was like rapping better than a lot of the rappers back then that were like older. I'm being honest. Listen to this album. You're gonna be like, yo, who is this kid? If you never heard of A plus, you're gonna be like, yo, where I've been. You're gonna be mad at yourself for not knowing this album. You know what I'm saying? So I'm telling you. So Alpha to Omega. So from the club back to the concrete streets, A plus and Team pulled it off. Shout out to the Smith brothers for blessing this album. Again, they did the majority of the production. They did the majority of the writing, I believe, with A plus, because he was writing too. So don't take that away from A plus. Again, like, subscribe, share the video, comment below. Comment below down. Which songs do you think are the best? Which songs stand out? Which songs you bumping 40 times in a row? Is this album a classic? I believe it's a classic. I'm not fighting in the comments. It's a classic. That's it. Period. It's a classic. Number 13, last joint, shouted out outro, um, produced by Fabian Hamilton. A Plus gets a chance to shout out everyone that played a part and more. This is his debut album. It's a debut classic. Period with the T, man. Period with the T. 1996, Kedar Entertainment, Universal Recordings Incorporated, man. He coming back from Hempstead, Long Island, New York. Be back in Boston. Be back in the B, man. A Plus, the Latch Key Child, man. Yeah, man. Look at the cover, man. The dude look like he's friggin', I guess. I was gonna say he looked like he's in the Epstein files, man. Trump and them trying to grab him up. Pause. Let me stop. But let me stop playing. But yeah, man. THHC podcast episode 282. A Plus, the Latch Key Child. Yeah, man. What y'all think? Let me know. You know what I'm saying? This was a quick breakdown. I want to get to you guys and stuff like that. Again, go listen to the rappers that I suggested earlier. Rewind the tape. Rewind the tape and check out what you missed. If y'all want to talk about something, let me know what's going on before I get off. But the THHC podcast thanks everybody in advance for purchasing books, downloading ebooks, for buying the merch. Shout out to the merch. You know what I'm saying? The merch is, for the family and friends. A lot of variety of designs. Thanks for listening to the music, that I'm executive producing. Thanks for listening to this podcast and the other podcast. How many podcasts must get this? Donate to the channel if you could. You know what I'm saying? I do this for free. Donate to the channel. Buy me a coffee. Buy me a tea. Buy me a virtual beer. Everything's in the description. If you got any questions, let me know. I want you to promote your music. If you an artist or producer, whatever you are, promote your stuff. Let me know what's going on. I'm going to get back to interviews. I'm going to get back to interviewing people. I'm just taking my time, say I will get back to interviewing people, having actual guests on this show. People are asking to be on the show. I'm just like, trying to get my bearings straight and get all the questions and stuff like that and behind the scenes type of stuff right. But next week, it'll be another classic or close to classic album. I might surprise you with a guest. I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll see what happens, man. Because there's a lot to talk about in this world, a lot to talk about in hip hop. And I just want to throw that positive energy out there. Fact checkers, I love you. Support the channel. I love you for supporting the channel. Comment below. Show some positivity. Show some good aura. And not good oral. Well, that's for you and your mate. Go do some good aura over there. You know what I'm saying? But I need some good aura over here. Let me stop, man. But yo, man, it's Bandcamp Friday. Go support your favorite artists. It's Bandcamp Friday. Go support your favorite artists. Go click over to Bandcamp right now. Select your favorite artist. Buy an album. Buy 2 albums. Just purchase something so they can eat, so they can live, so they can support their family. This is how artists live. They create music and they expect people to buy the merch, the vinyl, the CDs, the tapes, the digital downloads, all that. Support your favorite artists on Bandcamp and look up all the rest of the Bandcamp Fridays so you can be ready to support these artists. And of course, you don't have to just wait to Bandcamp Friday. Buy their album, download their album any day. You know what I'm saying? Especially if they're your favorite artist or you love their music. Support. Again, thanks for buying any merch from me. Thanks for donating to the channel. Thanks for listening to the music that I'm executive producing. Thanks for listening to these podcasts such as this one. Things like that. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving y'all good aura. It's the good aura. Ooh, good aura. No spell, just good aura. But it's not voodoo, it's hoodoo. We expressing hoodoo over here. It's a difference, you know what I'm saying? Again, man, I am Marquis, aka Severely Yours. You can find me on most platforms at Severely Yours. I'm still on Instagram. That's shaky, but I'm on Instagram. I'm on Facebook still. That's shaky, but I'm on there. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Threads, and I think what else am I on? YouTube, of course. And yeah, I'm not on a lot of platforms. A lot of these platforms are crazy, man. You know, I got rid of my TikTok. Did y'all get rid of y'all TikTok? Like TikTok's too wild. It's getting wild, man. They it's too controlling. You can't say certain words. I don't know what's going on with TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Once y'all join fan base, you can take all your documents, all your videos from TikTok and move them all over the fan base. Is a way to take all, so you won't lose nothing from from TikTok, sorry. You won't lose nothing from TikTok. You can take everything from TikTok and move it over to fan base. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? And you can get rid of your TikTok. I deleted 2 of my TikToks, man. And I haven't been on X in years. You know, forget X, man, or whatever you want to call it, Twitter or whatever. The Elon Musk channel, you know what I'm saying? I'm good, man. All right, I'm getting out of here, man. Just remember to love yourself. Remember to love your family and friends. And if you got more love to give, love others, man. All right, y'all. Peace out. Happy Friday.